During this stretch, you want to make sure that you're staying nice and upright through your torso. You also want to make the emphasis on squeezing that glute or that butt cheek on the leg that's down. That's why you see me tapping it there. It's just a conscious reminder to keep it clenched, to force your hips forward, to be able to stretch that hip flexor. I give you two different views just so you can see what it looks like. For any of the stretches that have you rocking into it, either forward, backward, or in and out, the emphasis should be on moving in a nice, smooth, controlled manner. Don't bounce into it at all on either end. When you're pushing back, make sure you push through your heel. Then driving forward, make sure you just drop those hips. Don't lean into it. Here's another view to be able to see it from the side. Again, the emphasis should be on torso nice and upright. Driving forward, clench that butt cheek. Driving back, push through the heel to that full extension through that knee. For this one, you're going to take a step out 45 degrees from what would have been straight ahead. Now you go hands on the ground, whatever leg's forward, push out on that knee with that elbow to that side while you concentrate on dropping those hips down and to that side that the leg is forward. Now that you're onto the phase of it where you're rocking into it, again, as you rock forward, make sure you use that elbow to that side of the leg that's up to push that knee out. And as you push back, get the full extension through that knee and push all the way back through your heel. Now you're stepping directly to your side. Now you're going to do the same emphasis as before. Drop your hips down into the side of whatever leg is out, making sure again that you push out on that knee with that same side elbow. Clench that cheek as you push your hips down to the ground. So same emphasis as all the other times you're rocking into it. Make sure you rock out. You can bend the knee as you rock out to the leg that's out to the side. Again, making sure you press out on that knee with that same side elbow. Then as you push back towards the leg that's down, make sure you push through the heel, extend all the way through that knee. So for this one, as you can see, you're on all fours. You just cross one leg over the other. Whatever leg is on top of the other foot, lean your hips to that side as you drive them back towards your feet. You want to make sure you keep both feet flat on the ground, the tops of your feet flat. That's the only real way you're going to be able to get a good stretch. You should feel it coming up the side of your butt, through your hip, into your lower back. Now you're going to flip over, go flat on your back, get your feet about a foot away from your butt, a little wider than hip width. Then, one leg at a time, you're going to just drive that knee to the ground, trying to keep that other leg as straight up in the air as you can, and continue to squeeze that knee to the floor. Don't just let it lay there. Consciously squeeze that knee as far to the floor as you can, and alternate sides. Now make it a little more active. Instead of holding it, you're going to be pulsing. So the emphasis is still to try to squeeze that knee as far down to the ground as possible, but now you're opening that hip up by trying to drive the knee out as far as possible. So with this one now, you just want to make sure you keep your back and your hips flat on the ground. Just drive those knees as far down and out as you can. For this stretch, you can do it one of two ways. As you see, you can hug the knee and hold it like that with a nice tall torso, or you can twist by doing like so. Just lace your arm so you're going back of your elbow to the front of your knee, and then grab that other leg through the top of your hand. Hold like that. Again, stay nice and tall. For this part of the stretch is where you're going to need either the rope or the strap or a towel, a long towel or something to be able to pull on your leg. First thing you're doing is just loop it around your foot. You want to make sure you're dropping your toe dorsiflex towards your shins. Don't point it. Keep your knee as straight as possible. You're going to go straight back, and you'll go out to the side, then across the body. The whole time you're doing this, we want to make sure to try to keep your back flat on the ground, and that other leg that you're not stretching, keep it as straight as possible. For the V-sit, just make sure you keep your knees straight as possible. You can go opposite hand to opposite foot, and it's important that you go left side, middle side, right side, or right side, middle side, left side, so that you're getting both sides stretched 2 times in a row. For the straight leg touch, again, the emphasis is just keeping your knees as straight as possible. Try to grab towards those feet and drop your chin to your chest. For the quad stretch, it's important that as you pull back on the leg, make sure you're making a conscious effort to drive your hips to extension forward as you pull back on that foot. Whatever you do, don't trap your foot on the ground to try to stretch it. That's just going to put a lot of pressure in your knee. For the cobra stretch, you just want to make sure you relax your hips, let them just fall to the floor, and just push up as tall as you can through your arms. Relax through your midsection. Calf stretch, just try to use your other foot to push that heel to the ground. Find a good angle to be able to push those hips up and back so that you can stretch those calves out. For the prone position leg swings, just make a conscious effort to try to keep your chest and shoulders flat on the ground, and try to go opposite foot to opposite hand in a nice, smooth, controlled movement. Now you're just doing the same thing but flat on your back. Emphasis being trying to keep your shoulders flat on the ground. Same thing, go opposite toe to opposite hand. Leg that's not being swung up, try to keep it as straight as possible. That's it for the install for this week. Thank you very much for joining us. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll have a weekly update with a new video that goes towards helping all athletes. Be sure to find us on Facebook or Instagram. And again, skills need practice, speed needs developing, strength needs training.